Welcome back to Franchise Hockey Manager 10 with the Pittsburgh Penguins. If you're last with us, you'd have seen that Edmonton Oilers ended up winning. Meanwhile, we ended up finishing pretty lackluster, but still better than expected, so not too bad. But we'll take a quick recap as to how well everyone did. We'll take a look at the playoffs format. So Edmonton ends up winning in 7 games against Philly. Not too bad. Rantanen, unfortunately, couldn't get another cup there. But we'll take a quick look at the regular season standings as well. Unfortunately, it just popped out of that. So we'll take a quick look. And we found ourselves, well, we'll do the full league actually. Found ourselves in 16th place. Not too bad. We finished exactly 500. 277 and 295 against. So our defense was very, very bad. But taking a look at our depth chart here, we do have Fyodorov that we decided to sign this season. He's our second best center there. Forsman, I'm probably going to sign after the draft. I think I might. He's 2.5. He is our third best center. Either that or depending on Chirenko or O'Brien, they might end up slotting on. I know if we end up signing him this season, then he might overshadow these players, so he might actually hold off on that. But Fyodorov is our second highest prospect. Silverstone also might make the jump this season as well and play for us. He played 3 games for us last season, getting 6 goals. But we'll take a quick look and see if there's any notable retirees throughout the season. We do end up losing Letang. Letang ends up retiring at 40. Congratulations. And yeah, he's played way too much hockey. But obviously he's going to get his jersey retired. So we were happy about that. No one's going to wear 58 from now on. A couple other people, Duchesne ended up calling it a career as well. Doughty as well. Doughty had a huge career for the Kings. Brad Marchand ends up retiring. Marchessault's done as well. Raquel's done. Pearson's done. Zucker, Sheary as well. So we do wish him the best. Carlson ends up retiring at 35. That seems kind of young. Hyman's done as well at 36. I didn't realize he was that old. Guentzel loses a little bit of acceleration, and I don't even know who this guy is. I guess this is the guy that we ended up signing last season. And then nothing else that's really popping out. We did end up signing those 2 players. Take a quick look at them, probably based on age. We can probably do it here. So we end up signing our goalie, Chamber, who unfortunately we can't send him out anywhere. He'll probably play in the AHL this season. He's a 1-star. That's kind of what his stats look like. His skating is his highest attribute, but he's supposed to be able to develop. But at 23, I am not going to hold my breath on that. Unless he gets first-time minutes, I kind of doubt it. Jacobson is our youngest player on our roster as well. And then Fyodorov, this is a quick look at him. So as you can see, his physical is just next level. So I do like that. He did great in 84 last season with Binus IF. 50 points. He can pretty much play anything, but counterattacking is definitely where he shines. But we will definitely take a closer look. He is a decent playmaker, but we probably don't need him to do that. Setup man's probably good as well. His defensive rating, so he is a defensive liability. I don't know what it is about Russians and apparently not knowing how to play defense. But we're hoping that he can still turn into a 3 or 3.5 to 4-star player. He could be good eventually for like third line for us. I imagine he's going to be our third line center if we can help it. But free agency wise, the only player that we can get is Kent Johnson. So we'll probably go all in to sign him, because if you end up looking at our salary, we're only paying $40 million for this team. So we're definitely going to end up having to sign him. That is for sure. We're going to have to go all in on that. Holland as well, and then Allen as well, and maybe even Nolan. So we're going to try and get every single player that's basically 25 or younger. And act quickly just in case there are 25-year-olds that are about to change into 26-year-olds and then we can't get them. Snellgrove definitely is one of those guys that we're going to grab as well. Kale Doc, I don't remember that guy. But our roster is definitely going to be filled. We only have a lot of room as well. And taking a quick look at our finances as well, we do have a decent amount of space there. We're only going to pay 3 million more than what we're paying next year, and then McTavish is going to have to get re-signed as well. So is Guentzel probably, I would say. I feel as though with the rule with Guentzel is unless if we can't build a team that can qualify for the playoffs, we're probably going to end up letting him go. We'll probably let him go with the highest placed team though. So something like that. I would love for him to retire as a Penguin, but I understand that he does definitely need to grow. We're only paying 9 million this season for defenders, and we did try and extend Blomqvist for a couple seasons as well. But we'll probably have to upgrade in terms of goalie as well. And yeah, we don't have that many people on our roster for sure. In terms of our monthly, currently it's saying 51, so we have around 40 million to make up for in this offseason. But if we can get Kent Johnson, then I definitely see this team improving significantly. But we can't really make him our focal point. I think that's going to be kind of the issue. Is we're going to want him to be an addition to our team, but we don't want him to be to take control as the best player. But I mean, maybe we do. But I feel as though I wouldn't feel right if we ended up doing that. But we'll raise development super high, and we'll raise that as well, and hopefully we can do something with that. But let's go close to the draft, and we'll see if we can end up getting any players through free agency just before that. See if we can make some trades as well, if we can get any more picks. So let's move on to that. So here's the draft for this season, and it doesn't look like anyone is really sitting out. There's no one 5-star, so this one seems as though it was kind of a mistake to load up on picks. Doesn't look like anyone's really going to be the next player, but we end up having I think we have a decent amount of picks coming up. I'll show you where we're ranked right now. We do get 11, 14, 23, 48, 51, and 55. So I mean, we do have a chance to grab someone, but looks like there's a decent drop off after the top 5. So we'll end up picking Tillhuman immediately. And I mean, goalies are available. Those are the only ones that are available at the moment. So it doesn't look that good for us. Zafar, 18-year-old free agent, projected to be 6. So you might want to look at that. We do need, realistically, we do need a goalie, though. I will be honest. 18th pick, no. Unless one of these really stands out, 14. I mean, I'd rather pick it with our last pick and 30th. So maybe we grab a goalie late in the first round, but Bagaki, two-way defenseman, he is projected as 7th. What was Zafar? Zafar was projected to be 6th. So maybe we get a left winger there. Face-offs are really good for this guy. Determination's 14 though. What's Zafar's? Zafar's has a very high determination. His temperament's very high. Defensive rating is decent, so I mean, I don't mind taking a chance at Zafar. We'll take him first. Hopefully something can happen from that. And then we'll just pick until human. I'm curious to see who. So one of the goalies is gone already. Wiskick was the other guy. But it is very interesting. Abdul Jafar kind of. Wiskick. Projected 73. He is a 3-star, so I'm kind of surprised that they ended up picking him. And then we can probably pick a Ukrainian as well. This guy actually looks really good. Other than his determination, but his offensive looks pretty high. He is a setup man. But again, yeah, I don't like the determination factor there. So only 13. He was projected to be 16th overall. I do like the option. Let's look at Wenberg here. Wenberg's kind of just basic all around. He might be a 2nd round pick there. And then Jaden Pominville. maybe related to Jason Pominville. Screener currently, but everything's kind of average. He's around 65 is what they're projecting him as. So maybe we end up grabbing... Kenner Joe actually looks pretty good. His physical rating looks decent. Projected to be 77th. So we'll have to pick him probably one of our next picks, I would say. But I guess we're going to go with Bagaki. I think that guy was the guy that's projected a little bit higher. Pessinen's 10. So I might want to look a little bit more into this guy. His face-off's pretty high. Can't really play anything other than playmaker. Maybe we skip on that guy. We get Bagaki. And I mean, it does look like he went relatively after. Wenberg also going as well. Jaden Pominville as well. So maybe we did screw up that one. That does kind of suck. I guess Kenner and Joe might be one of the guys that we want to get. Or I mean, Louis Carlson looks phenomenal. What? How is this guy still available? We're gonna grab him now. I can't trust any of the ratings at all, but he looks very good. And Kennard Joe looks like he's gone too. How long after? He went soon after. Let's look at current ability. I'm much more curious about that. I mean, this guy looks pretty good. I mean, he's not really a team player though. It's not really projected anything. We'll have to just keep an eye on that guy. So far it looks like Pachila. Checking's pretty decent. Oh, this is the same guy that we looked at before. Okay, potential-wise, I guess. Cooner's 79th overall. Yeah, like I said, there doesn't seem to be that many people that are just jumping off the page here. 6'5", though. I do like that. No, it doesn't look like he has really anything to offer there. And maybe we end up grabbing the 6'5" guy here. Back checking forward, I don't mind that. 2.5 though. It's always a risk. It feels though these picks are just going to be useless though. It's all going to be shot in the darks. Latkinen, maybe we pick this guy. He is 18. I mean, his determination's okay. Let's see if we can find any gems. Speed is the only thing. Usulin, Pavin. I mean, he could prove me wrong. 35, yeah, you know what, Pavin. Pavin will grab. Especially late in second. Now we're in the third here. And, I mean, a lot of these are just going to be shot in the darks. Gross. No. Lebanon. Is this the guy that we looked at before? Lebanon 127 projected. Not that those matter really. Yeah, kind of disappointing. I guess we'll look for younger. So Bears. Rushing defenseman, no. 19. So let's look at Moore here. Moore looks good. I will take Moore. I'll take a chance at this guy. Yeah, Moore's projected 37. We'll have to take a closer look at him after. But it looks pretty decent. Kremenka. Temperament's good, but everything else is pretty shit. Landeroute. Determination's pretty high. You know what, we'll take a chance at Landeroute. and we're now in 4th round. Feels like we need a goalie though. So Kremenka is not very good. Lafreniere. He doesn't look that good either. He's not projected to be drafted at all. So I guess we go straight for potential. Hasselgreen. Maybe we grab this guy. No, we don't. So we're not going to take him. Gross is Gross the one that we were looking at before? No, it's just a stamina that's good. And then Krendiev, no, I don't like any of that. I do like his height though. Feels like none of these players are going to play for us. We're just going to find a gem maybe. Christian Nilsson. No. Do we want to start trusting our scout again? Okay. Anarovsky. Yeah, let's do that. Anarovsky, he's projected pretty high. And we're just really polishing nothing at the moment. I don't really see anything. Visick, maybe. His mentals are so bad though. 162. I mean, this is around the spot where it would be. Let's look at Rask here. I mean, not the best. Stamina's pretty high. I feel as though, yeah, this is just going to be an absolute bust. We'll go based on ability, maybe. Now that it shouldn't really matter. Beres, no. I'd rather grab the youngest. Lafreniere, no. 18. Ouya. 94. You know what? Maybe. Let's take Ouya. And I feel kind of hard done by that we have so many picks now. Like, no one looks like they're that good. Gabbard Nilsson seems like the best option. And maybe this guy. I mean, it feels like we don't need any more D, but maybe Malkin. I think I'm just going to take the youngest player available. Alright, we'll take Lafreniere. Looks like this should be it. Do we get the... No, that should be it. Let's see what they call for us. I kind of doubt that's going to be anything good, though. Then we'll take a look at the players that we tried to get for free agency. I think Kent Johnson's available. I don't think we're going to be able to get him, but we might have to get him just based on cap. So we're going to look at our cap situation right now. He wants 2 years, 11 million. So we might be able to just afford him for that, and then maybe trade him away after year 1. But looks like Jacobson or Jackson Jacobson could be our franchise player. We did grab him 2nd overall. So doesn't look like we're the best, doesn't look like we're the worst. But Seth Jarvis signs 26. Okay. We did grab some other guys. Let's look at the 2028. Oh no. Okay, the previews there. I'm just curious. So we're gonna maybe have to try and trade some players now. For next year, it looks 80 times worse. Okay, so this is gonna be even more difficult than I thought. So free agency, I think we're gonna have to go for it regardless. Yeah, we need cap. So might as well grab a player that's that's available. We can't get Levi just based on that. He wants 10 million over 3 years. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And then let's see if I can find another younger player. No, he's just gonna want average. Tansom as well. 1.5 is not nearly enough. 21. Matthews. These are all league minimums. There's no one really that's jumping out. Dawes, no. Berglund, no. So yeah, we definitely need him right now. But like I said, we might be able to start signing players above the age. Once he becomes probably around 4 stars, I would say. He only had that one season, 36 points, so he hasn't shown that he's franchise yet. But if we decide that he's going to be the focal point of this offense, then maybe it's meant to be, I guess. But can't be McTavish. McTavish currently only 4.5 star. I feel as though it has to be 5 star straight up early on. Pearden also not there yet, but it does look like we're gonna put on a decent show this season, I find. Lane Hudson also looking pretty decent as well. But yeah, Kuczynski could have been it, but again, he's only 4.5 star. If he ends up hitting the 5 star, then we're good. Hemming as well is only around 4 star. He's 22 years old. Jagger also can't really do anything about that. 3.5. So yeah, we're gonna end up doing the next episode. We'll end up starting off the season and show a little bit more in terms of that. But hopefully in terms of the players that we can get, we are really only paying 2 players a decent amount, and Krasinski as well. So 2 players a decent amount, and 2 players, I mean, pretty mediocre at best. Blomqvist isn't going to make 5 million next year, but I feel as though he might not even be with us next year as well. So, I mean, we really need to find our franchise player, because next season is going to be very crucial for that. I mean, that's when we're going to have to start extending all these guys as well. But we're going to need to find our franchise player very soon. Otherwise, it's going to be a very difficult task to be able to make the playoffs, and maybe even make it to a final soon, because I mean, we definitely need Kent Johnson. That's like the bar none, and he can't even be our franchise player either, I don't think. I mean, he is 5 star. I guess he could be. I guess once we sign him, we could build around him. I feel as though that might be a little bit cheating, though. But we'll kind of decide it as we go. But, I mean, it is what it is. That's what we're going to have to do. I mean, so far, I mean, the oldest player is Guentzel. After that's 26 is Blomqvist. And then even Beliveau, who's probably not really going to feature too much for us. It's around 25, and same as McTavish. Pickering's only 3 star. That's kind of disappointing. And yeah, it's a very, very young team, and even in terms of our depth, Forsman could play for us hypothetically this year. What was he drafted? He was drafted 27th pick. Maybe we don't rush him in right away. I feel as though next year we might. He is 2.5 star. Once he hits 3 star, for sure we're going to be playing him. And then we'll have to take a look at some of these players as well. Maybe we can get something for them. If they're not going to feature us long term, we should definitely get some picks for them. Maybe not this year, but maybe not next year. But we do only have 1 more year to grab a franchise player. And I mean, it's kind of make or break at this point. We only have 2 picks in the second next year, and then we don't really have anything really too exciting the year after. So we'll end up we'll see what our roster ends up looking like at the beginning of the season, and hopefully ends up looking pretty decent to what we have now, and we can build on the success of last season. But hopefully free agency is pretty decent. Once we get Kent Johnson, maybe we can kind of jumpstart this rebuild here. But hopefully you guys like what you're watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and we should be able to do more consistent stuff. Like I said, I was sick last week, so the part one or the first half of this, I am fighting a cold, and then the second half it's a little bit clearer. So I'll be able to post this more regularly in the future. Hopefully I don't get sick anytime soon. But thank you everyone for watching, and until next time.